With the 6th DLC fighter pretty much being a fighter from ARMS, there's not much else to say when it was first announced. All Nintendo was ever said in that direct was like, oh, the 6th DLC fighter is gonna be a fighter from ARMS, but we won't tell you until June of 2020. And that's all they ever said, and people have been leaving a lot of speculation and predictions of who this ARM DLC character could possibly be. So the question is in our head is right now is who is most likely and who is least likely to become a DLC fighter? Like which ARMS character is most likely or least likely to become its possible 6th fighter? So in today's video, I decided to make something fun by talking about, well, ranking of who is most likely to become the 6th DLC fighter for Fighters Pass Volume 2. So before we get started, let me tell you this. This is only my opinion of how I think of who is most likely or least likely to become the 6th DLC fighter. So keep in mind, so if your favorite character is on a bottom tier, please understand my opinion and my speculation of who the 6th DLC fighter is. So with all that out of the way, let's just get straight into it. So I'm at the tier list right now. And at the bottom, you can see a very OP tier list with Biff because, my golly, you do not want Biff to actually become a fighter. Do you have any idea how extremely OP this character could be? And I know he's not a character, alright? That's the point of the joke. Funny enough, this could be another way of Nintendo trolling us because Biff could be another fighter. Well, not another fighter, like some sort of like cameo or just maybe some sort of trolly DLC character just to troll us fans because there's 15 characters in all, but we forgot the god himself right here. But anyways, let's just keep going. From very OP, above that is least likely. Now the least likely characters I chose is Bite and Bark, Mechanica, and Springtron. Bite and Bark is a really neat character, not gonna lie, but the thing is, when regarding to its moveset, it would be extremely annoying because Bite pretty much has a partner with him, and he can automatically punch someone if Bite ever punches its opponent, and that would be extremely annoying and pretty much has to kind of like, I don't know, tone down its moveset a bit. Well, not tone down, but pretty much kind of like nerf the moveset to be specific. And the next one next to Bite and Bark is Mechanica. Now, Mechanica is a rare character that people has been rarely talking about because I don't see a lot of requests for Mechanica that much, and I can understand why because she's pretty much in a mech suit right now. Like she's pretty much in a mech suit, and who would not hate from a character who can pretty much infinitely kind of like, I don't know, use her jets behind her, and honestly that would kind of be very, very annoying. Springtron. Now I get Springtron is a neat character, and keep in mind, I like all characters, alright? But I just kind of find Springtron to be a least likely character, in my opinion, because would be a nice addition. It's just the way I see it, because some people think he would just be a fighter, because if Springman is an assist trophy, then I mean Springtron could possibly be one. But if Springman is a fighter, then they would replace Springman, the Springman assist trophy, to the Springtron assist trophy. Which I honestly kind of just don't get how that would work, but that's just my opinion. Alright, now moving on is the least likely to meh. Missango, Lollipop, and Master Mummy. Now, I get all those three characters are nice. I just kind of find these character choices to be a bit of a meh. But now that I think about it, literally all characters except for Biff pretty much almost have like the exact same moveset. Because in the original game, they pretty much played the same if you kind of got used to the controllers. They pretty much like punch, throw, and pretty much jump at the same time. But anyways, these three characters are just kind of a meh choice to me, in my opinion. So, and the top of that, not necessarily could be a fighter, Helix. Now, Helix would be quite a unique character of all the ARMS fighter because Helix can pretty much like dodge by stretching himself, because keep in mind, this character is made out of slime, and he can pretty much stretch his way out of pretty much stretch his way out of opponents' pretty much punches, or I don't know. I don't know anymore what I'm talking about. But the top of that would be cool characters is Kid Cobra and Dr. Coyle. Dr. Coyle has pretty much have some sort of lore in her because I've been hearing people say that she pretty much created the Headlock final boss, which you can pretty much fight in the Grand Prix. And Kid Cobra is also a cool addition and pretty much would be cool. So I can see him being a fighter somewhat. And now we're into the good part. The most likely or more likely DLC fighters. Now, I'm going from top 1 to 6, but I'm gonna start with the bottom, which is number 6. Number 6 is Springman. Now, this character is somewhat a tough one, because if ARMS is actually gonna get a DLC fighter, then people could be asking if Springman is a likely fighter now. And I can see that being a possibility. You can't have a DLC fighter without its mascot. You can't have its series represented without the entire mascot, along with Rim Girl as well. Though, the problem is, like I said before with Springtron, Springman's an assist trophy, and that could possibly be a tough one to be decided. And I can see him being a fighter somehow. I just can't really think that much if he's actually going to be a fighter while being an assist trophy at the same time. Though that would actually be funny and would gladly finally break this entire rule of spirits and assist trophies deconfirming DLC fighters. Number 5 is pretty much Ninjara. Now, as I heard before, Ninjara is actually pretty much one of the developers' favorite choices. I think I heard in an article that they pretty much love the design and pretty much are hype for Ninjara being in the ARMS game. And Sakurai himself pretty much chose Incineroar over Decidueye due to actually having more of an interesting moveset, and also Japan pretty much likes Incineroar as well. Number 4 is also the mascot of ARMS, which is Ribbon Girl. Now, Ribbon Girl is actually not an assist trophy, but actually a Mii costume, and also Springman's a Mii costume, though I can also see Ribbon Girl as a fighter somehow, because, like I said, Springman and Ribbon Girl are pretty much the two mascots of ARMS right now. Though I keep seeing people actually speculating that there could possibly be just like a 4-character slot with a bit of with each of them having their own alternate costume, pretty much similar to Hero. And most people actually think it could be another Bowser Jr. situation with all 15 characters pretty much having alternate costumes. And I can see that. And in case you're saying that's too much because the limit is actually 8, keep in mind that in the last game, Little Mac pretty much has 16 alternate costumes in Smash 3 and 3DS. Number 3 is Twin-Tail. Twin-Tail is also pretty much a huge choice to be in Smash Brothers. And I can see why Twin-Tail, because pretty much she has her own uniqueness, because sure, the game is called ARMS, but she can pretty much stretch with her hair, which that would be quite unique, kind of like with Helix. And number 2 is Max Brass, another highly requested character. Max Brass is honestly would be kind of a huge heavyweight character, and I actually like that, to be honest. And honestly, I guess we pretty much need more more side characters in Smash, as I kind of like to call it, because we got characters like Luigi and then Peach, Bowser, all those characters and all that. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention something about Dr. Coyle, that we kind of need more villain representatives, in my opinion. But anyways, guys, number 1 is pretty much Min Min, and Min Min is another popular choice next to Twin-Tail. And as I heard, there's actually been a theory where back then in 2018 there was actually a whole tournament going on regarding pretty much an ARMS tournament right now, and in the final battle, in the final event, it was a battle between Min Min and Ninjara. Most people actually think that this whole party bash could possibly be of how Nintendo could possibly choose the DLC fighter, because this is pretty much because Min Min won that tournament. She won that tournament, right? And that could possibly be a way that the public actually wants Min in Smash, and that's kind of how Nintendo could possibly decide the DLC fighter. And I actually find that a cool theory and all that. And her Smash stage could possibly be her Ramen Bowl stage, because the stage right now just feels kind of like a Smash Bros. Stage by now. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much the whole tier list right now. And honestly, guys, I can see any of these characters possibly making it to Smash Bros. In any way. And I get Springman's an assist trophy and also a spirit along with Min, Ribbon Girl, Twin Tail, and Ninjara. But it's honestly kind of it's kind of like blank right now of what's been going on. And it's unknown of who this DLC fighter is until we won't get that information until June of 2020. Some people think it could be a character from ARMS that is not announced yet, or maybe a fighter from ARMS too. But I mean, those are all your speculations. You can speculate all you want, but this is pretty much the characters who I think are possibly most likely, and the characters who are least likely. So with all that out of the way, let me know your opinions in the comment section below of what you think about this. Let me know of which character do you think is most likely or least likely to be in Smash Bros. Do you think it's Springman? Do you think it's Min or Twin Tail? Let me know all that in the comment section below. And are you excited that ARMS is pretty much a DLC fighter? So, with all that out of the way, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember this, once a legend, always a legend.